So, hello, and you are watching All Things Haunted, and we're here at the Opechee Haunt Donnie Darko Experience.
Just follow these simple steps during the experience. Don't smoke.
Don't touch props, actors, or set pieces without permission. Flash photography of any kind is prohibited. And last but not least,
walk, don't run. I didn't run for my years, so why should you? Throughout the experience, please locate any doorways with bunny symbols.
These are room exits. You may only proceed through them once they flash green.
Got it?
To all of us fear survivors, we hope you have a pleasant and enjoyable experience.
Thank you, Jim Cunningham.
Okay, so that was just the rules. I'm not sure when we're going to be moving forward. Now this is a go-it-alone attraction. I think we're supposed to wait for the green light.
The world is coming to an end soon, and the end is only coming closer every second of every minute of every hour of every day. Wake up, Donnie. Do you hear that? I want you to flood the school.
So there's our cue to move to the haunt. Okay, so I'm not usually anxious in any of these haunted houses, but this one I actually am. Okay. So we're in another room waiting for the light to let us tell us go next. Oh. Okay, there's a guy spray painting on the next room. They made me do it. Okay, so now we're going to move to the next room. Okay, so that was a jump scare that got me. Okay. So it's the infamous Frank. Am I supposed to take this paper?
Dear Brother Sparrow, I received your book and there's so many things I need to ask you. Sometimes I'm afraid of what you might tell me. Sometimes I'm afraid that you'll tell me that this is not a work of fiction. I can only hope that the answers will come to me in my sleep. I hope that they will come to me. I can really sign and believe, because there will be so much that people will do.
It's time you return to the present. Hold on to that memory.
Alright, so it's gonna time to move. Okay.
Do that. I can do anything I want.
So can you.
Who are you talking to?
Okay, well, I'm glad we get to move on. That was a very uncomfortable scene. How do we get out of here now? Oh, that's right. Gotta go through the right door. Yeah, I found my way out of that room. Okay, I don't know. Okay, good. Okay, so this is my cue to continue to move through the maze.
Get your ass out of here, Darko!
She said that every living creature on Earth has a cell door.
There he is. There's Frank, the 7-foot rabbit. Okay. Well, that was really amazing. That was actually really scary for these haunts, whether they're pro haunts or real haunts. Pro haunts or yard haunts. I never really do feel any sort of anticipation. This time I did. I wasn't sure what to expect. The proximity between you and the town is very close. It was a really good. If you're in the area, they're open until 10. And then otherwise you'll have to wait till next year, which will be something new, I'm sure. But Sam Kellerman did a great job. Let's see if we can get a really quick interview. Sam, can you talk to us a second? Yeah. So here is the man himself, Sam Kellerman.
Hey, what's up?
All right. Sam, wait, just turn this way so I can get a light.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So, Sam, let's talk a little bit about this IP.
Yeah. So about the film trivia, why I did it. What do you? So we did Donnie Darko because it's one of my favorite films, and I kind of wanted to do something that I was a big fan of that like horror nights would never do. You know, something that really works with like slow pacing. And I just wanted to try doing a movie as well. We switch up the theme every year, and I was kind of like, let's try a movie. Like, let's try making replica props. There are some props, like down to Donnie Darko's medicine in the bathroom, that look exactly like the labels in the movie. So we really try to get in with the detail, too.
Well, not just that, but I don't usually get spooked by anything, ever. I'm desensitized. Everything. I didn't know what to expect. It was,
It's really disorienting.
yes, and the talent, and it's just, it was a work of art.
Do you have a favorite scene?
The scene where I wasn't really sure when, I guess it's Donnie Darko and he's coming after you with a knife in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right.
That actor's great, too, because he keeps eye contact, solid eye contact. It's insane.
And then I really like the cue light in order to advance to the next room.
Yeah, kind of like a lo-fi 17th Door style pacing, because we wanted to do something where, and the last few rooms you just walk through free roaming, so you kind of have like the little maze with scares at the end. But the first few rooms you stop, and we kind of wanted to do like little theatrical scenes, because the movie has some scares that we could create out of it, and then other scenes were just really cool, creepy scenes. So I was like, let's just stop people and have the actors do it. And again, give them a lot of credit. The actors are really good. So
Now, the movie isn't really your traditional type of a horror film.
no, it's more like a psychological thriller film, but it has a really interesting, eerie vibe. And that's why I was like, it's haunty enough, because we can do some really creepy things. And just Frank is so creepy looking as a character, the bunny suit guy, where we could really implement him a lot. but it's like it's less of, I would say there's some scares, but it's less of a jump scare haunt. It's more theatrical. It's more of like an immersive theater play is how I like to think of it.
So I got a question here. Do you choose the movie theater scene, or was it too big for the house?
That's so funny they asked that, because that's whenever fans are coming out of this maze and like, I loved all the scenes you chose and everything, I'm like, the one scene I wish I could do was the movie theater. That's the one I couldn't do, and it's exactly like you said, it's just a size thing. So almost every other iconic scene is in the maze. If I could do the movie theater scene, it would totally be a thing where, you know, you have all the dummies in the aisles and people are coming out, like in American Werewolf at Universal. We just didn't have the space. That's the one thing we couldn't do.
Right. And you know what? This movie's a little more deeper than it looks like, right? It almost looks like a B film when you watch it, but if you sit there and you pay attention, it's almost a sad film.
Yeah. It's really sad, and it's interesting, and I won't spoil anything, but just the way the movie ends is really, it's open-ended, but at the same time it's like satisfying, but not in a good way. It's like, it's really weird, and there are so many theories about the movie. If you go into like crazy theories, you can find them online. It's insane, and there's a whole director's cut of the movie that's completely different. It's an interesting movie.
Someday we are going to sit down and we're going to talk about how this influenced, because after watching it, it made me think. Actually, I watched it for the first time recently, and I tell you, it bothered me all night. So
one of those movies that you just keep thinking about after you see it, you know.
So here's another question: did you see the sequel for Donnie's sister? For some man?
Yeah, I saw that and doing all the research. Not my cup of tea. I don't know how many people really like that movie. And it's called S. Darko. They kind of took on the they couldn't get any of the original cast, so they just had the sister grown up. And the original director didn't do it. It was like a studio thing, like we have to push a sequel. Wasn't the best. Nobody really liked it.
Well, will we see a sequel here?
We change the theme every year, so this is probably the only time we're going to do this. And we're definitely not doing S. Darko as a maze.
And this is the last night, right?
Yes, this is the last
So if you're in the area, get down here before they close at 10, right?
Yeah, get up to Glendale before 10 and try this out. Yeah, so last night.
Okay. Hey, Sam, again, what a great job. We're so impressed with you. Thank you so much for having us over here. All right, so we'll let you get that. I know you're really busy. Yes. Okay. So, hey, happy Halloween, Sam.
Happy Halloween to you guys.
See you later. Okay, so again, we are at the Donnie Darko Experience here in Glendale, California for the Opechee Haunt. If you're in the area, they're going to be open here until about 10, and then they're closed for next year. This is one of those yard haunts that opens only 2 weekends in a row. Unfortunately, we didn't get out here until this weekend, but it is a great time. This Sam is somebody that's really going to go someplace, somewhere big. So this is he's just cutting his teeth on this, and I tell you got to watch this kid because he's going places. So, hey.
Hi, I'm Jacob. Nice to meet you.
Jacob, tell me, what's going on here?
Oh, well, I'm part of Cunning Visions Incorporated. We help people get over their fears and find the love that's in everybody's hearts.
Now, are you the guy that wrote the book, or you work for him?
Oh, I worked for him. Jim Cunningham wrote the book. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And
yeah, thank you. I know how many people realize how great Jim Cunningham is, but you are a unique fella.
But there was some sort of controversy with him, wasn't there?
There was lies spread about that man, yes. Utter lies, yes. All he's given me is warm hugs and love. Everything else that you heard is a conspiracy by people who just hate everything about his message that tries to spread love throughout the world. It's all a lie.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because he is one of my favorite authors on self-help.
Wonderful man, thank you for agreeing. You know what? You have been very astute today. You get a very smart man sticker.
All right, well, thank you very much. Yeah. Well, thanks for talking with us.
Oh, of course. Thank you so much for having me.
You too. So, if you've watched the film, if you haven't watched the film, definitely watch it. You'll get all the innuendos and the little jokes that are in here and the Easter eggs that's going on in this haunt. So it is a wonderful haunt. If you're in the area, as I said, come on down. They're open until 10. Otherwise, keep your eye out for Sam Kellerman of Opechee Haunt. He is definitely going to go someplace. This is just a place where he's cutting his teeth on the front yard of his house. Very impressive. So again, you're watching All Things Haunted, and we'll see you soon.